I am speaking to you now, not through a dream, not through a vision, but directly into your soul. Every secret you've buried, the lies you told your spouse, the money you stole, the addiction you hide, I see it all. Your phone didn't open this video by accident. This is my warning to you. Your daughter's fever that won't break, your husband's hidden messages, the shadow that follows you at 3 a.m., they are not coincidences. Demons are bargaining for your soul right now, and you're too blind to see it. That debt crushing you, the divorce papers hidden in your drawer, the lump the doctors won't explain, this is your last chance. Look at your screen, look at the time. 11:11. A sign. In exactly 7 minutes, your life splits into two paths: destruction or miracles. Your neighbor who accidentally poisoned your dog, the coworker plotting to frame you, the voice in your head urging you to crash your car. They're not imaginations. Hell's army is here, in your home, in your mind. But I am stronger. Today, right now, I tear the curses off your bloodline, the infertility, the bankruptcy, the generational pain, gone. But only if you obey. Don't close this video, don't look away. The second you exit, the shadows win. Your child's future, your choice. That pain in your chest, it's not stress. It's a spirit of fear squeezing your heart. The nightmares of drowning, your ancestors' sins drowning you. But my blood is louder. Watch. Keep watching. With every second, chains break. Your ex is scheming, your boss is stealing, your friend is betraying. I see it. But in 24 hours, I'll expose them all if you stay. Don't scroll. Don't pause. Demons are screaming because you're listening. They know what happens next. I slam the door on the witchcraft attacking your sleep. The insomnia, the night terrors, the sleep paralysis, gone. But only if you type amen now. Do it. The clock is ticking. 3. Turn around. Look, there's something standing behind you. It's been there for years, feeding on your doubt. But my fire burns it now. If you shout, "Jesus, save me," say it. Say it before they're too late. They're here, but I'm here too. Share this video immediately. The next 10 viewers will receive total deliverance. The rest, judgment. Choose wisely. Time's up. I come to you, not from a distance, but as one who knows the very depths of your heart. I see you, my beloved. I see you in all your beauty, your imperfection, your strength, and your vulnerability. And more than that, I know your heart, the dreams you carry, the fears that burden you, the longings that stir within you when no one else is watching. I know you. In the quiet moments of your life, when you feel alone, when the weight of the world presses down upon you, and when the path ahead seems uncertain, know this: I am with you. My love for you is constant, never changing, always present. Even in the darkest times when you feel far from me, I am never far from you. You may not always see me, but I see me, but I see you. I see every tear you've shed, every moment of doubt you've carried, and every breath you've taken. I walk with you, even when you cannot feel my presence. You see, my child, there are times in life when everything feels uncertain. There are moments when you question whether your faith is strong enough to carry you through the storms that arise. When your path is clouded, when your heart feels heavy with the weight of the unknown, I ask you to remember this. Faith and trust in me are the keys to navigating this journey. Your faith is not in your own strength, but in the power of the divine that moves through you. Your trust in me is the foundation upon which your life will stand firm, no matter what comes your way. There may be days when you feel like the storm will never end, when the winds of fear howl louder than the voice of hope. In these moments, know this: the storm will pass. And when it does, you will stand stronger than before, because your faith in me will have carried you through. I have never promised you that life would be free of challenges, but I have promised you that I will be with you through every trial. And I have promised you that your faith in me will not be in vain. I will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. No matter how difficult the journey may seem, trust that I am guiding you every step of the way. My child, I understand that there are times when doubt creeps in. There are times when you look at the world and wonder how everything will work out, how the pieces will fit together. You may question whether your prayers are being heard, whether your efforts are making any difference. But I tell you this: your faith, even if it feels small, is enough. It only takes a mustard seed of faith to move mountains. I do not require perfection from you, nor do I expect you to have all the answers. All I ask is that you trust me, that you have faith in my plan for you, even when you cannot see the full picture. There are moments in life when the unknown can feel terrifying. The future seems like an uncharted land, and every decision feels monumental. But I am here, my child, to tell you that you do not need to fear the unknown. Trust in me, and I will lead you. I have already walked the path before you, and I know the way. The journey you are on is not a journey you take alone. It may feel lonely at times, but you are never truly alone. Your faith in me connects you to a divine presence, to a source of love and wisdom that transcends all understanding. Trust in that. Lean into that. Let it guide you. You are capable of so much more than you realize. Your faith in me will open doors you never imagined were possible. It will give you the courage to face the challenges that come your way and the strength to rise up when you fall. When you trust in me, you allow yourself to be led by something greater than yourself. Something eternal, something all-knowing, something full of love and grace. There will be moments, my child, when it feels like the whole world is against you. You will encounter people and situations that challenge your spirit, that seek to break your heart or dim your light. But remember this: your strength does not come from the world around you. It comes from the power of the divine within you. You are not defined by what others think of you, by what circumstances may arise, or by the temporary obstacles you face. You are defined by the love I have for you, by the faith I have in you, and by the trust I place in you to navigate this life with grace and wisdom. In those moments of fear and uncertainty, I want you to remember this: I am your refuge and strength. When the world feels overwhelming, when the voices of doubt seem louder than the voice of faith, close your eyes and breathe. In those moments, simply trust. Trust that I am here, that I am working everything together for your good. Even in your darkest moments, I am with you, preparing you for the blessings that are yet to come. Trust in that. My child, it is easy to be overwhelmed by the unknown, to be afraid of what might come next. But I ask you to place your faith in something bigger than yourself. Place your trust in me. I have already seen the path ahead of you, and while you cannot yet see the full picture, know that I am guiding you every step of the way. Your faith in me is the light that will guide you through the darkest valleys, the compass that will point you toward your true purpose. The journey of faith is not always easy. There will be times when you struggle, when you feel lost, when you question whether you are on the right path. But I promise you, my beloved, that your faith is not in vain. Every step you take, no matter how small or uncertain it may seem, is leading you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust that I will never abandon you. You are never alone on this journey. When you find yourself in moments of doubt, I ask you to remember the times when you have already overcome adversity. Think of the challenges you have already faced and conquered. The strength you have is a testament to the faith you've already shown. You have already proven to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. And when you trust in me, you tap into a divine strength that will carry you through whatever comes your way. You are stronger than you know, and your faith in me will help you discover that strength. In moments of uncertainty, I want you to remember that faith is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to keep going, even when the fear is present. Faith does not require you to have all the answers. It simply requires you to trust that you are not walking this journey alone. You are walking with me, and as you place your trust in me, you will find that the fear begins to fade. The unknown will no longer be something to fear, but something to embrace with faith, knowing that I am guiding you through it all. Remember, my child, that faith is a gift. It is not something that you can create on your own. It is something that I offer to you freely. You are invited to walk in faith, to trust in me, and to lean on me when the weight of the world feels too heavy. And as you do, you will see miracles unfold in your life. You will witness the power of faith transform your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Trust in the promises I have made to you. Trust that I am faithful, that I will fulfill every promise, and that I will always be with you, guiding you, loving you, and holding you close. No matter where the journey takes you, you will never be alone. Faith and trust are the foundation of our relationship. The more you place your trust in me, the stronger your faith will become. The more you lean into my love and guidance, the more you will see the beauty of the journey unfold before you. And when the challenges come, as they inevitably will, remember that they are not there to break you, but to build you up, to strengthen your faith, to deepen your trust, and to bring you closer to the person I created you to be. Trust in me, my child, and I promise you, the journey will be worth it. Trust in the process and know that I am always here, leading you, guiding you, and walking beside you every step of the way. My dearest child, I see the weight that rests on your shoulders, even in the quietest moments. I feel the burden you carry in your heart, the uncertainty, the deep ache that sometimes fills the space where peace should be. You are doing your best, I know, but the road often feels lonely, doesn't it? You wonder, how long will I have to carry this load? Will I ever feel light again? Will my struggles ever be over? And in these questions, I hear the cry of your heart. It echoes in the deepest part of me, and I want to tell you something very important. You are never alone. You are mine, and I am yours. And my love for you goes deeper than any sorrow, any heartache, any fear you could ever know. When the world feels dark and cold, when it seems like nothing will ever make sense again, remember, my child, that you are held in my arms of love. Even in your deepest moments of doubt, when you feel as though the ground beneath you is slipping away, know that I am right here, reaching out, guiding you through it all. You are mine, and nothing can change that. There are times, my beloved, when you will face obstacles that seem too great to overcome. You may feel as though you're walking through fire, and the flames may scorch you, singe your soul. But I ask you this: do you trust me? Do you believe that even in those moments of intense pain and fear, I am there with you, shielding you, holding you, and preparing you for something far greater than you could imagine? I know the fear you carry, the fear that whispers in the stillness of your thoughts. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I can't make it through this? But I tell you, my precious child, you are enough. You are more than enough. You are worthy of every good thing, every blessing, every drop of grace that I have for you. Your worth is not measured by your successes or your failures, it is measured by my love for you. A love that is unconditional, unwavering, and eternal. You were created in love, by love, and for love. You do not need to strive for approval, for love, for validation from the world around you. It is already yours. The love you seek is right here, with you, always. You were never meant to walk through this life alone. I am here, my child, walking beside you, holding your hand, even when you cannot see me. And when the world is too much, when it feels like you cannot take another step, I will carry you. Trust that. Know that you are never too broken for my grace, never too lost for my love. Even in your weakest moments, I am with you, lifting you up, giving you the strength to continue. I know the times when you have fallen, when you have stumbled in your journey. I know the weight of the guilt that sometimes fills your heart, the regret that tells you are not worthy of redemption, the fear that your mistakes define you. But I tell you, my child, that you are not your mistakes. You are not the sum of your failures. You are a beloved child of the divine, and my love for you is greater than anything you have done or failed to do. I do not define you by your imperfections. I define you by the love that flows through you, the grace that is woven into your being. When you come to me with a heart full of pain, full of regret, know that I do not turn you away. I never will. I welcome you with open arms, with mercy that is unending, with love that never judges. You are forgiven. And I do not just forgive you once, I forgive you always. There is no end to my forgiveness, no limit to my grace. Your past is not who you are. It does not define you. It is a chapter that has been written, but it is not the entire story. The story is still unfolding, my child, and it is a story of hope, redemption, and transformation. I know that sometimes the road ahead seems shrouded in fog, the way unclear. You wonder, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What should I do next? And I understand, for I know the depths of your heart. But I ask you, my child, do you trust me with your future? I have walked before you, and I see the path that you cannot yet see. I know the dreams in your heart, and I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you, to give you a future full of hope. You are on the path you are meant to be on. Trust in me. Trust that the steps you take, even when you do not understand them, are leading you exactly where you need to go. You do not have to have all the answers right now. You do not have to have everything figured out. All I ask is that you take each step in faith, that you place your trust in me, and that you continue to move forward, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. And as you do, you will begin to see the beauty of the journey unfold. You will see the grace, the lessons, the blessings that are already waiting for you. My child, there will be times when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when the noise of life drowns out the stillness of your heart, and when you feel lost, adrift, alone. But in those moments, I want you to remember this: I am here. And not only that, but I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Even when the world tells you that you are alone, remember, I am beside you, carrying you, loving you, holding you up when you cannot stand on your own. There is no storm, no darkness, no fear that can separate you from my love. My love for you is eternal, and it will never fade. When you question your worth, when you doubt whether you are good enough, when you wonder if anyone could ever truly love you for who you are, know this: I love you. I love you more deeply than you can comprehend, more fully than you could ever imagine. You are worthy of my love, and you are worthy of all the good things I have for you. There is nothing you can do, nothing you can say, that will change the love I have for you. You are my beloved, and I am pleased with you. I know that it can be difficult to have faith when life seems to test you at every turn, when every day feels like a battle. But I tell you this, my child, your faith is powerful. Even when it feels small, even when you cannot see how it will carry you through, it is enough. It is all you need. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting that I will be there with you every step of the way, even when you cannot see the way forward. Trust that. Trust in me. When your heart is broken, when you feel the weight of disappointment and loss, I will be your comfort. When the night feels endless, when the tears seem unending, I will hold you. My love for you is a balm that will heal the deepest wounds. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being made whole, even now, in ways you cannot see. And though it may feel painful in the moment, remember that this is not the end of your story. You are being shaped into something beautiful, something strong, something full of grace and love. Trust in that process. Trust in the growth that is happening inside of you, even when you cannot yet see the fruit of it. I see the beauty within you, and I am here to help you bring it to life. My beloved child, I will never stop loving you. I will never stop guiding you. I will never stop walking beside you through every trial, every victory, every moment of joy and sorrow. I am your constant. And all I ask is that you trust in me. Trust that my love is enough. Trust that my grace is sufficient. Trust that no matter what comes your way, I will never leave you. In this vast world, amidst the noise and the constant rush of life, there are moments when you may feel like a single soul in a sea of faces. But know, my child, that you are far more than just a fleeting being caught in the currents of time. You are an eternal spark, a radiant expression of the divine, and I, your loving Creator, am always with you, walking beside you through every step of your journey. In the quiet moments when you pause to reflect, I want you to remember this simple yet profound truth. You are never alone. I have walked with you through your highs and lows, through your moments of joy, and your times of sorrow. Whether you were aware of it or not, I have been beside you in every instance, in every breath. My presence is as constant as the air you breathe. In every trial, I have been there. In every blessing, I have been there. And in every moment of uncertainty, I was there before you even knew you needed me. I see you, my beloved child, not as you see yourself, but as I created you to be, whole, divine, and full of potential. There is no sorrow too deep, no burden too heavy, no darkness too overpowering for my light to reach. When life feels too overwhelming, when your heart aches from the weight of the world, remember this: you are more than your struggles. You are not defined by the burdens that you carry or the pain that occasionally consumes you. You are not the sum of your doubts, your fears, or your insecurities. No, my child, you are the sum of my love. You are a reflection of the purest, most unconditional grace that exists. And I promise you that no matter where life takes you, my love for you will remain steadfast and true. There will be times when you feel lost, when the path seems unclear, and your purpose feels distant. During those moments, know that you do not need to have everything figured out. Trust in the journey. Trust in the unfolding of your life. Trust that every step, every twist, every turn is leading you toward your highest good. Even when you cannot see the full picture, I am guiding you, shaping you, and bringing you closer to the divine destiny that awaits you. You were never meant to know all the answers, for in not knowing, you open yourself up to the beauty of discovery, the wonder of learning, and the joy of evolving. In those moments when fear clouds your vision and you question the strength of your heart, I want you to hold on to this truth. Your heart is powerful beyond measure. The love within you has the power to heal, to uplift, and to transform not only your own life but also the lives of those around you. Never underestimate the impact your kindness can have on this world. A simple smile, a comforting word, a helping hand. These are all divine acts of love that ripple outwards and touch the hearts of others. You may never fully understand the magnitude of the love you give, but rest assured, it is felt deeply by those who need it most. And that love, my child, is a reflection of me. When you show love, when you act with compassion, when you give of yourself selflessly, you are embodying the very essence of divinity. There will be moments, too, when you feel the pain of loss, when the world seems to take away what you hold dear. In those times of grief, I want you to know that your sorrow is valid, your tears are sacred, and your heartache is not ignored. But also know that loss, while deeply painful, does not define you. It does not diminish your worth. It does not erase the joy that still awaits you. Grief is a passage, a transformation, a reminder that the love you shared is eternal and will always remain in your heart, even if the physical presence of that person or thing is no longer there. The pain you feel now will soften with time, and you will emerge from it stronger, wiser, and even more capable of giving and receiving love. When you are faced with adversity, my dear one, do not be discouraged, for you are stronger than you know, and every challenge that life brings you is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to expand your capacity for love and grace. I have equipped you with all the tools you need to overcome anything that comes your way. Trust in your inner strength, trust in the power of resilience that lies deep within you, and most importantly, trust in me, for I am here to walk with you through every storm, to provide comfort when you are weary, and to offer strength when you feel weak. Know that no challenge is too great for you to overcome. You may stumble, you may fall, you may feel broken at times, but I assure you, my child, that you are never beyond repair. I will lift you up, I will heal your wounds, and I will restore you to wholeness, again and again. You are my beloved, and nothing can ever change that. And when life is full of joy, when the sun shines brightly upon your days, and your heart is light with happiness, remember that I am there with you, rejoicing in your blessings. The happiness you experience is not an accident. It is a gift, a reminder of the abundant love and grace that surrounds you at all times. In those moments, be sure to give thanks, not just for the blessings you see, but for the blessings you cannot yet see, for the ways in which my grace is working in your life that are hidden from your view. And know that these moments of joy are not just for you, but for the world. For your joy has the power to uplift others and remind them of the goodness that exists in this life. My dear child, I know there are times when you feel as though you are not enough, as though you are not deserving of all the goodness that life has to offer. Perhaps the world has told you that you are unworthy, that you must earn love or prove your value. But I tell you this, you are enough, just as you are. You were created in love, and love is what defines you. Your worth is not determined by what you do, by what you have, or by what others think of you. Your worth is inherent. It is your birthright. You were born to be loved, to experience grace, and to walk this earth with a heart full of light. In every moment of doubt, I want you to hold on to this truth. You are a child of the divine. You are a unique, precious, and irreplaceable being. There is no one else like you in the entire universe. You have a purpose that is uniquely yours, and no one can take that from you. You are part of a greater tapestry, a divine design, and your existence matters. It matters to me. It matters to the world. It matters to the very fabric of creation. When the world seems harsh, when people may judge or criticize, remember that these opinions do not define who you are. The opinions of others are fleeting, but my love for you is eternal. You are mine, and I have called you good. And that truth, that divine truth, is what should guide you. Do not let the judgments of the world dim your light or shake your confidence. You were made to shine brightly, to live authentically, and to follow the path that your heart whispers to you. I understand that there are days when you feel weighed down by responsibilities, by expectations, by the endless demands of life. It may feel like you are constantly giving of yourself, and yet, there are times when you feel as though you have nothing left to give. It is in those moments that I ask you to come to me, to surrender your burdens, and to allow me to fill you with the strength and grace you need. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world on your own. I am here to share that load with you. Let me carry you when you cannot carry yourself. Let my love be the refuge in which you find rest and renewal. And as you move forward in life, my child, I ask you to remember that there is nothing more important than love. The world may try to convince you that success, power, or wealth are the things that matter most. But I tell you, these things are fleeting. Love is eternal. Love is the force that moves the universe. Love is the highest calling, the truest purpose, and the deepest joy. When you love, you are aligning yourself with the divine. When you act from a place of love, you are fulfilling the very reason for your existence. I have blessed you with grace. I have filled you with my light. I have created you for greatness. Do not be afraid to step into the fullness of who you are, to walk in your truth, to live boldly and authentically. The world needs your light. The world needs your love. Do not hide it. Share it freely. You are a beacon of hope, a shining example of what is possible when one chooses to walk in love. I speak to you now, not as a distant figure, but as someone who walks alongside you. In moments of doubt, in times of joy, in times of pain, hear my voice as you would hear the voice of someone who knows you better than you know yourself. I know you better than the number of stars in the sky, and every part of you is etched in my heart. You are never lost to me. Your name is written in my heart, and you are never forgotten, my beloved. You may sometimes feel that the burdens of this world are too much to bear. You may carry the weight of expectations from yourself, from others, from society. It might seem that there is an endless stream of demands placed upon your shoulders, and you may feel as though you're walking alone, a single soul against the tide. But I want you to know, my child, that you are not alone. You may not always feel my presence, but I am right here, in every heartbeat, in every step you take, in every breath you draw. I walk beside you. I am the strength when you are weak, the calm in your storms, the light in your darkness. The truth of your existence, my child, is not that you are merely one of many, scattered across a vast and indifferent universe. No. You are a beloved child of the divine, a manifestation of love and grace. There is a sacred purpose to your life, woven into the very fabric of your being. Your worth is not defined by the world's standards, by your achievements or your failures, by your past or your future. Your worth is inherent in the love that created you, and in that love, you are enough. You are precious. You are unique. I understand the pain you sometimes carry. I understand the weight of regret, of guilt, of sorrow. I see the moments when your heart breaks, when you are torn by the choices you have made, or by the things others have done to you. But I tell you, my child, you are forgiven. There is no sin, no mistake, no heartbreak too deep for me to reach. You are not defined by your failures. You are not the sum of your mistakes. Your mistakes are not what I see when I look at you. When I see you, I see my beloved child, perfectly made in love, full of potential, worthy of peace, joy, and grace. Do not believe the lies of shame, the whispers of guilt that tell you you are unworthy, for you are worthy of every blessing that life has to offer. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of joy. And I offer all these things freely, for my love for you is not conditional on anything you can do or say. My love is not dependent on your actions, your successes, or your failures. It is unconditional. It is given without expectation. It is poured out freely, endlessly, and eternally. When you have been hurt, when others have wronged you, I know the pain that lingers in your heart. I know that bitterness and anger can take root. And in those moments, You may feel as though you want to hold on to the hurt, to hold on to the resentment. It may feel justified, and it may feel like the only way to protect yourself. But my beloved child, I ask you to trust me. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the prison of your pain. It is not about letting others off the hook, but about freeing yourself from the weight of bitterness and grief. Forgiveness is an act of love, an act of strength, an act of courage. It is a choice to release what you cannot change and to embrace peace instead of anger. And as you forgive, you will feel the chains of resentment fall away. You will feel the freedom to live, to love, to be. Forgiveness is not always easy. I understand that. There are times when the wound feels so deep, when the hurt is so raw that it seems impossible to let go. But in those moments, I ask you to remember that I have forgiven you. You have made mistakes, you have fallen short. And yet, I have forgiven you without hesitation, without condition. I offer you grace when you are unworthy, and I pour out my mercy when you feel most broken. In the same way, I ask you to forgive those who have hurt you. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You deserve freedom. You deserve to heal. And forgiveness is the path to that healing. There are times when you will falter. There are times when you will fall short. There are times when your heart will break, and you will feel as though you are not enough. In those moments, remember that you are more than your failures. You are more than your shortcomings. Your worth is not measured by your perfection, but by the love that flows through you, by the grace that surrounds you, and by the potential for growth and transformation that lives within you. There is no failure that can separate you from my love. There is nothing you can do, nothing you can say, that will cause me to stop loving you. I love you unconditionally, fully and completely, and that love will never fade. When you question your path, when the road ahead seems uncertain, trust in me. Trust in the love that created you, and trust that I will guide you. I know the desires of your heart, the hopes you carry, and the dreams you have for the future. Sometimes the path is not clear, and sometimes you may feel lost, but know this: I am the light that guides you. Even when you cannot see the way, I am with you, showing you the way forward, step by step, one day at a time. Trust in the journey, for it is leading you exactly where you need to be. There will be times when you feel like you have nothing to offer, when you feel broken, when you feel unworthy of love. But I say to you, you are more than enough. You were created from love, you were created for love, and in every moment, you are surrounded by love. There is nothing you have to do to earn my love, for it is already yours. It has always been yours. Even when you cannot see it, it is there, within you, all around you. It is the love that sustains you, that gives you life, that calls you to be your truest self. I know the struggle, I know the pain, I know the loneliness that sometimes fills your heart. But I ask you to trust, to hold on to the truth that my love for you is unconditional. Nothing can change that. No circumstance, no person, no mistake, no failure. You are deeply loved, just as you are, right now. You are worthy of love, of grace, and of forgiveness. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of all the blessings life has to offer. And I promise you with all my heart that I will never leave you. You are mine, and I am yours. When you find yourself in moments of despair, when you question your worth, when you wonder if you are truly loved, I ask you to turn to me. Let my love be your anchor. Let my forgiveness be your healing. In every moment, know that you are held in the embrace of a love that will never let you go. A love that will never fail. I am with you, always, through the highs and lows, through the joys and sorrows, through the victories and failures. My love for you is constant, my grace for you is unending, and my forgiveness for you is all-encompassing. And so, my child, I ask you to embrace the fullness of this love. Embrace the forgiveness that I offer you. Embrace the grace that is yours to receive. Walk in the knowledge that you are unconditionally loved. Walk in the knowledge that you are forgiven. And as you walk, remember that this love is the foundation of all things. It is the source of all healing, the path to all peace, and the light that will guide you home. My beloved child, there are times when you feel so alone, don't you? I can feel the loneliness, the isolation in your heart. You may look around and see others going through their lives, seemingly untouched by the struggles you face. It's easy to wonder why life is so difficult for you. Why it feels like the burdens are heavier on your shoulders than on others. I know, my child, it is so easy to feel like you're the only one carrying these weights, the only one walking this long road. But let me remind you of something incredibly important. You are not alone. When you look at the world, it might appear that others are walking freely, without care, without difficulty. But do not be deceived by appearances, for everyone carries their own burdens. Everyone faces trials and challenges. No one is exempt from them. The difference, my child, is that some see their challenges as a curse, while others, like you, have the opportunity to see them as a blessing in disguise. You have the power to transform the weight on your shoulders into the wings that will lift you higher, if you have faith to see it through. I understand how easy it is to feel like the road you're on is impossible to navigate. How often have you felt like you cannot take another step forward, like the darkness is swallowing you whole? But let me remind you that the darkest nights always give way to the brightest mornings. And it is in the darkest of moments that the strength inside of you begins to shine brightest. Every single step you take, even when it feels like you are stumbling, is a victory. Every time you rise, despite the fall, you show the world your strength, your perseverance. Do you not see, my child, that every trial you face is shaping you into someone incredible? You may not see it now, but with every hardship, every challenge, you are becoming more and more the person you were always meant to be. You are being forged in the fires of life, just as gold is refined in the hottest of flames. Yes, the fire hurts. Yes, it is difficult, but you will come through it, stronger, purer, and more radiant than before. I know that there are days when you feel like giving up, when the weight of your problems feels too much to bear, when your heart is heavy with worry, when your mind is filled with doubt. But do not give up, my precious one. Do not let the challenges of today rob you of the joy and victory that awaits you tomorrow. Every moment you endure, every ounce of pain you carry, is building you into something beautiful, something unstoppable. You are capable of more than you know. You may think that because you feel pain, or because you are struggling, that you are somehow broken, that something is wrong with you. But I want you to know, my beloved, that your pain does not define you. It does not diminish your worth. You are not weak because you feel sorrow. You are human, and it is your ability to endure that makes you strong. The human heart is made to withstand storms, to weather the winds, and to stand tall even when the ground beneath it is shifting. When you face challenges, my dear, they may seem to overwhelm you. But I want you to understand that in those very moments, you are being prepared for something far greater than you can even imagine. Every step you take, every struggle, every bit of pain you endure is not without purpose. You are being refined for a greater calling, a greater purpose. Your heart, your spirit, your soul are all growing, and in the process, you are becoming more capable of fulfilling the mission I have set for you. Trust me when I say, you are more resilient than you think. And even when you are unsure of your own strength, trust in me, for I will be your strength when you have none left. I am here, always. When you cannot take one more step, I will carry you. When you can no longer fight, I will fight for you. Your faith in me will never go unnoticed. Every prayer, every tear, every plea you make is heard, and I will answer you in ways that you may not understand now. But you will one day see. I want you to know, my beloved, that you are never a burden to me. Your struggles, your pain, your doubts are not something that weigh me down. On the contrary, they are opportunities for me to show you how deep my love is for you. In your moments of hardship, you will find my arms open wide, waiting to comfort you, waiting to carry you, waiting to remind you of your worth, of your purpose, of your strength. In every trial, you are being strengthened. And when you come out on the other side, you will look back and see that you are not the same person who started this journey. You will be stronger, you will be wiser, you will be more compassionate. You will be someone who has faced their deepest fears and walked through them with grace. And that, my child, is what I see when I look at you. Someone who is being shaped into a warrior of light, a beacon of hope for the world. I know that sometimes it's hard to understand why things happen the way they do. You may wonder, why me? Why this? Why now? It's It's natural, my child, to ask these questions, but I ask you to trust me, even when you do not understand. Trust that I know the plans I have for you. Trust that every setback is not a failure, but an opportunity for growth. Trust that I will never give you more than you can bear, and that when the challenge feels unbearable, it is because you are ready for something greater. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am not asking you to have it all figured out. All I am asking is for you to continue walking with me, step by step, day by day. When you feel weak, trust in my strength. When you feel afraid, trust in my love. When you feel lost, trust in my guidance. You are never, ever walking this journey alone. Every challenge you face, every trial you endure, is bringing you closer to the person you were created to be. And with each step, I am right here with you, walking beside you. I will never leave you. You are a warrior. You are strong, you are worthy, you are loved. Let this truth resonate deep within your heart. You are never defeated. You are always becoming. Continue to trust me, my precious one. Keep moving forward, even when the path seems unclear. Because the victory is already yours, and I will lead you there. There is no challenge that is too great for you to overcome, because with me, you can do all things. You will emerge victorious. You will emerge transformed. And you will emerge into the light of the beautiful future I have prepared for you. As you continue on this journey, I want to remind you that the trials you face are not punishments, but lessons. They are the very opportunities that will mold and shape you into something remarkable. You see, I do not wish for you to live without challenges, for it is through the storms that you become stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the purpose I have placed within you. The path may seem unclear at times, but it is only when you trust and lean on me fully that you will begin to see the clarity in the midst of the confusion. I know that fear often grips your heart. It has a way of whispering lies into your mind, telling you that you are not enough, that you cannot possibly overcome the obstacles in your way. But I want you to listen to my voice now and hear this truth. Fear is not your master. I am the one who holds your future, your purpose, your every step. Fear will try to keep you in a place of limitation, but I have called you to a place of freedom. A place where you will rise above your circumstances, soar above your doubts, and break free from the chains that hold you back. It may seem as though everything is crumbling around you, but know that the foundation I have laid for you is firm. The storm will pass. It may feel like the winds are howling and the waves are crashing, but I will steady you. I will anchor your soul in the truth of my love, the strength of my power, and the hope of my promises. You will not be swept away. I will hold you close, my child, and you will find refuge in my arms. You may wonder at times why certain challenges have been placed before you. Why must you suffer? Why must you endure hardship? Understand this, my precious one. You are not suffering in vain. Your pain is not wasted. It is not without purpose. It is through the struggles, the heartaches, and the trials that you will develop endurance, patience, and perseverance. These qualities will become your armor, your shield, and they will serve you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Through the fire, you will be refined into a vessel fit for the purpose I have designed you for. Even when you feel weak, even when you feel like you cannot go on, I am there. When the world feels like it's falling apart, when you question the very foundation of your faith, I will be the rock that will not move. You may stumble, you may fall, but I am always here to lift you back up. You are not disqualified from my love because of your struggles. In fact, your struggles bring you closer to me. The more you face, the more you lean on me, the more you trust in my power. You see, my child, your weakness becomes my opportunity to show you my strength. It is in your brokenness that my love shines brightest. There are moments when the weight of life becomes unbearable, when your mind is filled with doubt and despair. And in those moments, I want you to know that I am your safe place. Come to me when you are weary. Let me carry your burdens. When you feel like you cannot take one more step, I will carry you, my beloved. When the journey feels too long, I will help you run when your legs grow tired. When your heart is heavy, I will give you rest. Remember, I am not a distant God. I am right here with you, walking beside you through every trial, every heartache, every moment of joy, and every step of the way. When you feel abandoned, I am near. When you feel forgotten, I see you. When you feel lost, I am your guide. And when you feel like you have nothing left to give, I will fill you with my strength and my peace. Your challenges are not meant to break you, my child, but to strengthen you. Each trial you face is preparing you for the next chapter in your story. There will be days when the burden seems too much to bear. But know this, I will not leave you to carry it alone. Every challenge you face, I face with you. Every tear you cry, I cry with you. And every victory you claim, I will celebrate with you. As you walk this path, let me remind you that you are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by my love for you. You are defined by the hope that I have planted in your heart. You are defined by the strength I have given you to rise above. You are not broken. You are being made whole. Your value is not found in the trials you face, but in the truth that you are my child, loved beyond measure, cherished with an everlasting love. And my beloved, there will be moments when the weight of your trials becomes too much to bear. But do not forget, I am your refuge, your strength, your ever-present help in times of trouble. When the storms rage and the winds howl, turn to me. When the darkness surrounds you, look for the light that I am offering you. You may not see the way forward, but I am the way, the truth, and the life. Trust in me, and I will lead you through the darkness into the light. Know this, my child. You are not defined by the battles you face, but by the way you rise from them. With every struggle you overcome, you are becoming the person you are meant to be. You are growing in faith, in strength, in resilience, and in love. And every time you lean on me, every time you trust me more deeply, you are becoming more like the person I have called you to be. You are becoming victorious. It is okay to feel weak, to feel tired, to feel uncertain. These feelings do not make you less than. In fact, they make you human. What matters is not whether you feel strong all the time, but whether you continue to move forward in faith, knowing that I am with you. Even in your weakness, you are strong because my power is made perfect in your weakness. As you face the challenges that lie ahead, I ask you to do something very important. Trust me with your heart. Let me take the weight of your fears, your doubts, your pain. Place them in my hands, and know that I will carry them for you. Your struggles are not yours to bear alone. You were never meant to carry them by yourself. I am with you, always. So my child, continue to move forward with faith. Even when the path seems difficult, even when the night seems long, know that my love for you will never fail. You will overcome, and I will be there with you every step of the way, cheering you on, lifting you up, and reminding you that the best is yet to come. My beloved child, as you walk this life, I want to remind you of something deeply precious: your spiritual journey. There is so much more to life than what you can see with your eyes, what you can feel with your hands. There is a depth within you that reaches beyond the limitations of the physical world. That depth is your soul, and your soul has been designed for something extraordinary. You are called to grow, to transform, to evolve into the fullness of who you were created to be. This growth is not always easy. There are days when it will feel like you are standing still, like you are not progressing, like you are stuck in the same patterns, making the same mistakes. I want to remind you that this is a part of your journey too. The stillness, the waiting, the moments where you feel disconnected, it is all a part of the process. Growth is not linear, but constant. I know that sometimes the road seems unclear, and you wonder, why am I here? What is my purpose? How do I move forward? You ask these questions because deep down, you are longing for something more. You long for a deeper connection with the divine. You long to grow, to transform into something more like the person you know you are meant to be. This is the sacred journey of the soul. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to that divine purpose. And you are never alone in this journey. I see you, my child. I see the longing in your heart. I see the way you seek after truth. I see the struggles that sometimes make you feel like you are not enough. But let me tell you something. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Every moment of your life, every experience, every triumph, and every failure has been woven together to help you grow. It is through your struggles that you will begin to understand your strength. It is through your failures that you will begin to discover how to rise again, stronger and more determined than before. There are times when you may feel as though you are not moving forward spiritually, when it seems like you are stuck in a season of stagnation. Do not be discouraged by these seasons. They are not wasted, they are necessary. Spiritual growth does not happen in an instant. It is a process of deepening, of shedding old layers, of surrendering parts of yourself that no longer serve your divine purpose. Just as a seed does not instantly become a tree, your growth takes time. Trust the process. Know that when you feel stuck, when you feel that you are not progressing, I am still working in you. Even when you cannot see the change, I am molding you. Like clay in the hands of the potter, you are being shaped into something beautiful, something whole. Your journey will have its highs and lows, its moments of joy and its seasons of sorrow. But through it all, you are being transformed. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. It is important, my child, to remember that your value is not determined by your perfection. Spiritual growth is not about being flawless, but about being willing to embrace the transformation. It is about trusting that, even in the midst of your imperfections, you are still loved and cherished. You are still growing. You are still becoming. There will be moments when you feel so distant from me, when you question whether your faith is enough, when you wonder if you are doing it right. Let me reassure you. Your struggles are not a sign of failure, but a sign of growth. You are not perfect, and that is okay. You are being made perfect, little by little, through every experience, every prayer, every tear, and every step you take. I am with you through it all. You are in a process of spiritual evolution. The path of transformation may seem daunting, and there will be moments where the weight of it feels too heavy. But let me tell you, my child, the weight of transformation is not a burden. It is the gift of growth. Every difficulty, every challenge is helping you to let go of the parts of you that no longer serve your soul's true purpose. The person you are becoming is far more magnificent than you can imagine. In your times of trial, remember that the deepest parts of you are being refined. Your spirit is being strengthened, even if it feels painful in the moment. There is purpose in your pain, meaning in your struggles, and beauty in your brokenness. Do not run from your brokenness. Embrace it. For it is in your brokenness that you will find the fullness of my love. It is in your fragility that you will experience my grace. There is a sacredness in surrender, my child. The more you learn to let go, the more you will be able to receive the fullness of my grace. Spiritual growth is not about striving harder, doing more, or seeking to prove your worth. It is about letting go of control and trusting in me. Surrender is not weakness, my child, but an act of deep strength. It is in surrender that you will be able to receive the divine guidance, love, and healing that will transform your life. Let me remind you that your spiritual journey is not about achieving perfection. It is about connection. Connection to me, connection to your true self, connection to the world around you. Spiritual growth is about learning to love deeper, to forgive easier, to be more present in every moment, and to trust more fully. It is about being transformed by the love that I offer you. And as you accept this love, as you open your heart to me, you will begin to see the transformation in your life. Every small step you take in faith is a giant leap toward your spiritual awakening. It is through the small moments of surrender, of faith, of trust, that you will experience the greatest growth. Do not underestimate the power of your smallest acts of faith. Every prayer, every act of kindness, every moment of stillness is a building block in your spiritual transformation. Know that you are not meant to do this alone. I am with you, every step of the way. I am your guide, your companion, your healer. There is no place too dark for me to reach, no depth too deep for my love to fill. When you feel uncertain, when you feel like giving up, look to me. I will show you the way. I will lead you through the darkest valleys and onto the highest peaks. The transformation you are undergoing is not just about you. As you grow spiritually, you will begin to touch the lives of others in ways you cannot yet see. Your spiritual growth will be a beacon of light for those around you. The love, grace, and wisdom you gain will be shared with the world in a way that will bring healing, hope, and encouragement to others. Your transformation is part of a much bigger plan. You are becoming the light in a world that so desperately needs it. As you move through this journey, remember, my child, that you are constantly growing, constantly evolving. Every step, even the ones that seem like setbacks, are part of your growth. trust the journey, even when you don't understand it. Know that each moment is an opportunity to become closer to the person you are always meant to be. You are not perfect, but you are becoming. You are constantly transforming, constantly rising, constantly being made new. And this is the beauty of your spiritual journey. You do not need to be perfect to experience the fullness of my love. You need only to be open, willing, and trusting. As you continue to grow spiritually, remember to be gentle with yourself. Do not rush the process. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes trust. The road may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. As you walk this path of spiritual transformation, know that you are becoming more like the person I created you to be. Whole, free, and filled with my love. As you move through your journey, there will be times when the world feels loud, when it seems like everything around you is pulling you in different directions. It is easy to get caught up in the noise and forget the stillness that resides within your soul. My child, in the midst of all that is happening around you, I want to remind you of something essential. The stillness within you is where I dwell. It is in this sacred space, this quiet place of your heart, where you will hear my voice the clearest. The world is full of distractions, but if you take a moment to pause, to listen, you will find that I am with you always. In this sacred stillness, you will find clarity. You will begin to understand that your purpose is unfolding even in ways you cannot yet see. Do not be disheartened when things do not make sense. I know the path you are walking, and while you may not always understand every step you take, know that every step is bringing you closer to the person I have called you to be. Trust the journey, trust the process, and trust that each moment, no matter how small or how challenging, is part of your transformation. Even in the moments where you feel distant, when you feel overwhelmed, know that I am closer than ever. I never leave you. And though it may seem like you are facing these trials on your own, I am walking beside you every step of the way. Sometimes, my child, you may not feel my presence in the way you expect, but I assure you that I am there, silently guiding, gently holding you in my love. In your loneliness, I am your companion. In your doubts, I am your confidence. In your weakness, I am your strength. Your transformation is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong process. Each day is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to stretch beyond your comfort zone. There will be moments where the weight of the world feels too much to bear, but I promise you, my child, that the weight is never too heavy for me to carry with you. You do not need to bear it alone. In fact, I have never asked you to carry the burden alone. Every time you feel like you're about to break, know that I will hold you, I will carry you, and I will walk beside you until you are strong enough to stand again. Even when you struggle, when you make mistakes, when you falter, you are still loved. You are still mine. Your worth is not defined by your failures. Your worth is not defined by your ability to get everything right. No, my child, your worth is defined by the fact that you are my beloved, and I love you with an everlasting love. There is nothing that you can do to earn my love, and there is nothing that you can do to lose it. As you walk through life, it will be easy to be overwhelmed by the expectations of others, by the weight of the world's standards, and by the endless comparisons that society loves to make. But I want to remind you of this. You are not meant to conform to the patterns of this world. You are meant to be set apart, to be a reflection of my light and love. Your uniqueness is a reflection of the beauty I created in you. Do not let the world make you doubt your worth. Do not let the world pressure you into believing that you need to be anything other than who I have made you to be. I understand, my child, that there are moments when you feel broken, when you feel like all the pieces of your life are scattered and it seems impossible to put them back together. But I want to tell you this. I am the one who can heal what is broken. I can take the shattered pieces of your heart, your spirit, your soul, and turn them into something even more beautiful than before. Your brokenness does not disqualify you. It refines you. It brings you closer to me, closer to the depth of my love, and closer to the understanding of the person you are becoming. You may wonder at times why certain things happen, why you face certain challenges, why your growth feels so slow. The truth is, my child, that the pace of your growth is not for you to control. Sometimes growth takes time. Sometimes it requires patience and trust in me. There will be moments when it feels as though you are waiting forever for something to change, for something to happen. But know this, your waiting is never wasted. Every season of waiting is a time of preparation, a time for your soul to align with my purpose for you. Even in your waiting, you are being transformed. Trust me, child, even when you cannot see the road ahead. The world may try to define you by your failures, your shortcomings, your mistakes, but I define you by my love for you. You are not a sum of your past mistakes. You are a child of the King, a beloved soul, created with purpose. There's nothing in this world that can change that. Not your struggles, not your failures, not your doubts. I have called you to greatness, and I will bring you to it. In the moments where you feel weak, when you feel as though you have no more strength to go on, remember that you are never alone. You are never without help. I am always with you, and I am always ready to give you the strength you need. There will be times when you feel like you have nothing left to give, and in those moments, I will pour my strength into you. You are stronger than you know, because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. As you grow spiritually, you will begin to see the world differently. You will begin to view others through my eyes, with love, with compassion, with understanding. You will begin to see that every soul, no matter how different, is precious in my sight. Your transformation is not just for you, it is meant to touch the lives of others. The love I have poured into you is meant to overflow into the lives of those around you. You are called to be a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope, a reflection of my love in a world that so desperately needs it. The process of spiritual growth is not easy, my child. It is full of challenges, but it is also full of blessings. With each challenge you face, you will grow. With each trial you endure, you will become stronger. It is through these moments that your faith will deepen, your heart will expand, and your soul will flourish. I am with you every step of the way, and I will never let you fall. You are on a journey, and this journey is not just about the destination, but about the transformation that is taking place within you. It is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Every day, every moment is an opportunity to grow in faith, in love, in grace. Embrace the process, my child. Embrace the growth, the transformation, the beauty that is unfolding in your life. I will continue to be with you, and together we will walk this journey. There is no step too small, no moment too insignificant, no prayer too silent. All of it matters. And I am here with you, always, ready to guide you. My child, as you walk through this journey of spiritual growth, remember that I am always with you, guiding you every step of the way. If you truly want to see your life transformed, if you desire better days ahead and want to leave all your problems behind, make sure to subscribe to my channel, MP Modified, like this video, and share it with at least 20 people. If you love me, Jesus, and want to make a difference, check out the Buy Me Coffee link in the description. Your donation will help provide coffee for poor children in need. Your support is a reflection of the love you have for me. Now, let's see who will help the most today by buying coffee for those in need. Will it be you? Every little bit counts, and your kindness makes a big impact. Know this, I am always with you, and no matter where you are on this journey, you are loved beyond measure. Trust the process, trust the path, and know that you are never alone. I love you, and I am always by your side. Love you, and amen.